Imagine a dark room with a candle. No matter how far you are away from that candle, you can still see the flame burning. That burning flame is resilience. The ability to shine through in the darkest moments, the ability to just stay consistent, to be determined, to not give up, be committed to whatever you're doing.
The Boys and Girls Club is the beacon of the community.
It's a safe, fun place to be. They get the opportunity to learn, they get help from adult mentors.
When I walk into the Boys and Girls Club, it feels like a place of opportunities, a place where I could come here, learn new skills, and I know the skills that I learn is going to benefit me later on in life.
Most of our locations and most of our Boys and Girls Clubs are in underserved communities. We serve over 30,000 members each year.
My favorite part of the Boys and Girls Club is all the activities and the programs, because they can open up so many opportunities for me. Like the cooking class teaches me about nutrition, and the gym gets me active with my friends.
There's all the new little kids and older kids I get to meet because they're all like really awesome and cool. Whenever I walk in, I do fun activities.
Everybody's so respectful to one another.
At the club, you gotta learn how to deal with other people's emotions and how to understand other people.
You know, Houston and most major cities, there's high poverty levels and there's an academic achievement gap that exists. It's almost all due to socioeconomic factors. And with COVID and what that's done in keeping kids at home, the gap has widened.
When the pandemic first hit, it really put a challenge on the organization, because a lot of the young people that we serve, what were they going to do? And we as an organization, we needed to regroup and determine how are we going to move an entire after-school program to virtual, and what would that look like?
BHP is a global resource company. Our purpose is to bring people and resources together to build a better world, something that we term as social value. This purpose drives much of what we do as a community. We were inspired by the Boys and Girls Club COVID-19 report that showed that they were meeting the needs of frontline workers that were often forgotten during the pandemic, and were really focused on recovery and resilience through innovative programming, never shutting their doors, and providing additional resources such as drive-through food pantries and other assistance for those frontline workers.
One of the major overarching concerns that I see coming out of the pandemic is the fact that there's loss of learning for many of our students. Many of our students have been on virtual. And as you know and I know, students need that hands-on approach. The one thing that I can say for the Boys and Girls Club, they are there to help those students bounce back, to gain that strength that they need to move forward.
Just doing that, the act of charging forward, we all have to continue to support each other and remember why we are all here. We're here for our community. They're here for us too.
Our frontline staff, they were very resilient this past year in making good decisions on what's best for young people.
The ability of the kids served by the club to continue to show up in the face of uncertainty, stress that they've never seen before, and interrupted routines is absolutely awe-inspiring. And the same for the staff, to continue to show up despite their own fears, despite their own family needs, to show up for the kids who need them the most is absolutely incredible.
When I joined, I was going through a divorce and I was a single dad. I raised my 3 kids, and I realized that if I was in different circumstances, I would have needed a safe place for them to go after school. It really struck me that this is not a nice to have, this is a have to have in the community.
Allison started at Boys and Girls Club at Hausman going into 1st grade. It's been a difficult few years. I went through a major job loss, struggled for so many months, and wondered how I was going to make everything happen. And Boys and Girls Club stepped up and supported Allison and supported me. In April, her father passed away from COVID, and Miss Andrea and all the other staff, they all reached out and they called her, and they supported both her and I mentally. I didn't know how to support her. I didn't know what she needed and how to make it feel okay and safe, and watching the news and just, you know, knowing when they say those numbers that one of those numbers was my husband and one of those numbers was her father, and it was very trying to try and go through that at the time. Coming back into school this year, not knowing how things were going to be, and, you know, having a lot of fear as far as, okay, do I send her to school? Do I keep her home? You know, and I chose to send her back to school, and thank God the Boys and Girls Club also was able to open their doors at the same time. They've done all they can to make it the best experience for the kids that they can.
This really is not only a safe place for them to go, it's a place where they can grow and learn and develop friendships and trusting, healthy mentorship relationships with adults as well.
That's what the Boys and Girls Club is known for, is that open door policy for everyone in our community. They believe that anybody who walks through the front door, they are somebody.
When I walk into the Boys and Girls Club, it really just makes me feel like family, like I'm just where I belong, this is where I'm supposed to be.
Being a member makes me feel like just so excited, makes me feel really special.
The staff have helped me grow to be more independent.
And that's what Boys and Girls Club is about, is helping the kids find their passion and their loves and support them to be able to grow into whoever it is that they're supposed to grow into.
Without the Boys and Girls Clubs, our most vulnerable youth and our future leaders and the ones that really need us the most would lack the support they need to succeed in life.
Heroes come in all shapes and sizes, and there is no shortage of them at the Boys and Girls Club.